What up, party people? Another day, another review, and today I have got for you the ENGWE M20 dual battery e-bike. What can I say about this? Obviously, as you can see, it is possibly one of the coolest looking things you can find. So if you're like me and a damn sight closer to 50 than you'd like to be, you can either don a load of lycra, go out cycling and become a mammal, or you can get a wannabe sports cafe racer type looking bike, so all of the kids can laugh at you when you drive past. This puts a smile on my face. I'm going to bring you in now, show you around the bike, show you what it's like, show you the build quality, what features it has. Then I'll talk through briefly what I do like, what I don't like. Then you'll see me go out for a long old ride, testing various features, what it's like to cycle, what it's like to cruise on throttle at 15 mile an hour, let's say that, we'll go for that. And then what it's like to try and rag the bejesus out of it, totally illegal. We'll see how it performs, battery life, etc, etc, etc. I'll bring you in and show you around. So starting from the front, you have got BMX type handlebars with your Shimano Tawny gear set. Just make sure that I'm not in gear here. You've got a full twist throttle, which can be disengaged very easily and only put on to a walking mode. Not sure if you're going to be able to see that. You can see it with your eyes in bright sunlight. It's a very basic trip computer, tells you everything you need to know, not go. 2 batteries that can be turned on both together or one at a time. I do like that feature because it means that if you turn one on, that runs out, you know you've got enough to get home wherever you are. That's my thinking anyway. Top of the forks, as you can see, you've got adjustable compression on the forks. Big bright lights, which are currently on for running. You always get running lights on. They really do look mean and dirty. Set of forks, as I said to you, what's happening there? It's just a bit of juice off the forks because I've been ragging it. Mechanical disc brakes that work fine, 160. 20-inch by 4-inch fat tyres. Sorry about the sniffing. What else we got? You've got a light switch and a horn. Horn works absolutely fine. As we go along the back, there's your seat. You've got your rear shock absorber, metal mud guards front and rear. Tawny, Shimano Tawny gear set. Actually being geared correctly, that even at 25 mile an hour, you're still putting pressure on the pedals. Brake light, motorbike style seat. And rear shock. Did I show you the rear shock? Sort of does a job. Metal pedals. But I think you'll agree that is one good looking bike. So what are the positives and what are the negatives of this bike? As you can see, I am 5'9" and a fag butt. I can stand flat footed on the floor in a nice upright position. It is a very comfortable cockpit to be in. When you're pedaling, that is as much leg extension as you are going to get. I am average height. You can suss it out for yourselves. Plus or minus 5'9" and a fag butt, nearly 5'10" on a good day. The seat is quite wide for when you're pedaling. It isn't that much of an issue, as you will see no doubt in a moment. It has got a 750 watt rear hub motor cadence sensor. As you know, if you watch any of my other videos, I much prefer the torque sensor over the cadence sensor, with this bike being the exception to the rule. Because you're not allowed a throttle in this country, just being able to turn the pedals and it acts as a throttle. And that way you're not having to actually put effort in pedaling to get this bike to move. If you want a cycling style bike, this isn't the bike for you. That motor delivers power nice and slowly on the throttle. There is a big delay on the pedals, as you'll see no doubt if you watch the riding footage, about 4 seconds. And even if you come off of the throttle and then start pedaling, it's about 4 seconds. Not ideal, but again, this isn't a cycling type bike. This is jumping on, ragging round, pretending like you're 20 again type bike. And for that, it is absolutely perfect. The biggest downside to this bike isn't the bike's fault, it's the UK law. You can quite easily pootle around at 25 mile an hour on the throttle with this thing. Probably get a range of about 30 mile. I've done 25 today, I've been mixing it up. I've still got 2 bars of battery left. Yeah, the fact that that is illegal, but almost necessary to ride this bike, isn't the bike's fault. It comes as a 750 watt motor with a throttle. I love the bike, I really love the bike. I've had an absolute ball riding it today. I've taken it a little bit off-road, which you'll see coming up. I've cranked up the speed going off-road in certain areas, absolutely loved it. The brakes work fine, even though they're only mechanical disc brakes. Batteries have lasted, and I've not been tight with the battery. I've been giving it the beans for the last 10 mile. Yeah, it's fantastic. It is fantastic. Not a lot of money either. I'll put the link below. If you like it and you do buy it, you help out the channel. Go and have a look at other reviews and all that sort of shizzle. I've already got a free bike out of it. I don't need your money. But yeah, it truly does put a smile on your face. What else do you need to know? Welds, as I always say with ENGWE, the welds are fairly industrial. Nothing wrong with them. It's just a lot of bikes come smooth and polished, this, that, the other. The paintwork is absolutely brilliant. Metal mud guards can be a bit noisy. It comes pretty much assembled when you get it. You just need front wheel, front mud guard and handlebars, pedals to put on, and that is it. Oh, and lights. And the lights were a bit fiddly to cock about with, but nothing too much to worry about. The seat started off really comfortable because it is like a motorbike style seat, but after a while you can tell there's not much padding there, and yeah, bit of compression. Think of 2 slightly moist burger buns being squished together over time. No, don't think of that. That's disgusting. Get that out of your mind. The seat could do with a bit more padding. That's what I'm trying to say. Thoroughly enjoyable ride. Really enjoyed it. It's going to be a shame to see this one go. Really is. Any questions? Leave them down below. I'll put the ride footage in the middle now, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on this bike. So, as usual, first thing we're going to test is what it's like to pedal as a bike. First gear. No issues there, pulling away. Go through the gears, lovely job. Now obviously the seating position isn't a conventional bike riding position. It is a comfy seat to sit on, but I don't think I'd want to pedal too far on it. It's not hugely bad. Up to 6th gear, comfortably doing 16 miles an hour. No pedal assist. Into 7th, cruising along. There's a bit of rolling resistance and noise from the tyres, but on the whole, not an unpleasant place to be. So we are approaching our first 10% hill of the day. As I say, it's not the most comfortable cycling position. It's absolutely fine, not the most comfortable. Currently in pedal assist 1, 16 mile an hour. This has got a 750 watt motor in it, not strictly UK legal. I'm not trying to use my throttle. I'll cycle through and see how easy it is, still in 7th gear. Straight over to pedal assist 3. It's attacking it like it is nothing. So as long as you're pedaling, it's getting you up the hills, negating the issue with a seating problem. The suspension is brilliant. I love the suspension. The comfort of ride is good. Go to 4, see if it gives me any more boost. Not that I need it, yeah. 7th gear, straight up the hill. Easy life. I've stopped pedalling. 3, 4, 5, and it's kicked in. It works though. I'm just turning the pedals here. When I get to a straight bit of road, I will show you what it can do on the throttle. So without pedaling my nuts off, I've managed 28 mile an hour with the pedals and about 25 with the throttle, which is absolutely fine for what I need. I'm also not the lightest man in the world, so it could work out different for yourselves. Now just testing the throttle at the moment, and it allows you to actually alter the speed to the twist of the throttle. So you can crawl along at a lower pace, or you can crank it straight out and go as fast as you like. I like it. But again, come off the throttle, 2, 3, 4, then that engine kicks in. 4-second delay is quite a big delay. It's got a nice loud horn on it, which I can show you now. Lovely job. Now obviously the best way to use this bike is with the throttle, if it were legal. And I don't know why it ain't. Because look at that, easy as you like. It's not too quick on the take up. Yeah, it's all good in the hood. So coming along this gravelly stuff, and I've got to say this e-bike is one of the sturdiest feeling e-bikes I've ridden. Obviously you don't get full leg extension with it. It is completely pedalable. I know this ain't mad off-road stuff, but you can get what I mean. Lovely job. And then at the twist of a throttle, you're away again. Let's see what this throttle gives me in level assist 2, 18 mile an hour. Let's crank it up to 5 while there's no one around. And 20, 21, slight incline, 23, 25, and I've run out of road. I'm liking that a lot. And again, there's no reason why you shouldn't be allowed to use that on the road. I'm going to crank this down to a nice leisurely pedal now. The position of the pedal assist switch is in a bit of a weird position and might take a bit of getting used to. You can adjust all the settings to what speed per level of pedal assist you get. But this bike, it doesn't rock it, but it is an enjoyable moped style ride that you feel safe on. And as I say, if you're not flying around, you can pedal without going too fast pedaling at 24, 25 mile an hour. So the gearing is about right. It's just going to draw attention from the old bill, possibly. Possibly, I don't know. Liking this bike track though, wish I knew this was here before. Don't get police on cycle tracks. So, I've done a fair few of these reviews now, and I always use the same route. And to date, I've never once seen a policeman. Driven past 2 today already. So, it's a good test to see if I actually get a tug riding what looks like a little mini motorbike on cycle paths. As you can see, I'm not taking the mick and herring down them. Currently doing 14 miles an hour, pedal assist 1. But there's no getting around how it looks. See how this young lady reacts. Thank you. I'm getting some squeaking from the brakes. They're going to need to be set up better. But it is its first ride. Straight out of the box. Barely touched anything. It comes all bar the front mud guard and the front wheel put together. Passing on your left. Thank you. And yeah, so far so good. Got a little hill coming up here. Hopefully that'll kick in. There we go. And it should just cruise me up it. Pedal assist 1. That torque kicks in. Yeah, it can definitely climb most hills. I wish I bought some spanners with me. I'd have altered these brakes. So the battery setup on this thing, I'm a fan of. Because you've got 2 batteries, you can either run one at a time, so when one is empty, you know you've got enough to get home with the other one, or you can run both at the same time, giving you an elongated range from the off. And once you've got used to it, I'm sure that'll be a very good way to go. As you can see by the first half of this review, I'm now 10 miles in. I've used this as I would an e-bike, pedalling and things like that. And to be fair, 10 mile pedalling, doing legal limits, it's been quite a joy to ride. Obviously it'll be a little bit more comfortable if you wasn't straddled it like a moped, but I think for the next 20 miles, as the battery hasn't seemed to be touched, I'm going to ride it at the lower levels of pedal assist 1 effectively with the throttle, which will give me about 15 miles an hour. That way I'm still not being a hoodlum on the track, annoying people, but I'm not having to pedal. And then at the end, if there's any battery left, I'll crank it right up and drive it like a nutter through the back roads of the US of A. So you might see my American cousin coming out. I really am going to have to do something with them brakes. I don't know what, I haven't got anything with me. So a little bit off-road, bit gravelly, no problem at all. Suspension's working well. It's a joy to ride. I may have been wrong about the seat. It's given me a little bit of discomfort to the ricker. But it's inoffensive. And that throttle works a treat. So the rear suspension, although it does work, thank you, come, is stiff. It's not the best in the world, but luckily you can stand up on it like an adventure bike, as you can see. So I'm not going absolutely balls out down here, but it is a bumpy old track. I'm doing a steady 22 mile an hour on the throttle, and it is zero problem. Yeah, riding. I'm liking this bike. Just a shame the bits that I like make it illegal, really. I've got to say as well, with the exception of one mammal, middle-aged man in Lycra, the rest of the cyclists haven't been giving me dirty looks or, you know, side eye or anything like that. Everyone's been pleasant, apart from one, but he looked very unhappy with himself. I saw how he looked. I guarantee he's not a happy man anyway. That, and he looked vegan, and I'm pretty sure if it did come down to throwing hands, it wouldn't take long, so I ain't gonna worry about it. And you know, you've also got to look at the fact, I look cool as flip on this. The chicks are gonna dig me mucho. What's he gonna get? Someone that likes the smell of BO and sweat stains on spandex. Make me sick. Keeping that in. I'll crank the power back up in a minute. We've lost my first bar of battery now. Although it's saying I haven't now, but yeah, I did. And that's after 14.5 miles. So that is out of, is that 5 or 6? I wish my eyes worked. Do the math. Passing on your right. Thank you. Thank you. Whee, nearly. So to this point, I've done 10 plus miles on pedal assist. And yeah, to be honest, that was no problem whatsoever. Not the most comfortable of pedalling positions. Sorry about that squeaking. Not the most comfortable of pedalling positions, but Absolutely doable, absolutely doable. The saddle, I'm starting to go back on my word about it being very comfortable. It's a different kind of pain. As you know, with bike seats, they bury themselves inside you, then rattling against your seat bones. This is more akin to sitting on the floor for too long, getting that sort of butt ache. But, you know, it's certainly not a horrible place to be. Thank you. Really got to sort them brakes out. Yeah, so one battery bar down, just shy of 17 miles I've done. The last 10 or so miles I'm going to do is going to be balls out on battery, and if I get a chance, oh, I should have tightened those handlebars. If I get a chance, I will pedal as hard as I can as well, and we will see what sort of speed we get, but I'm going to ride it like a hooligan. It should be good. As I say, that back suspension isn't as good as the first thought. This bike is awesome if you get to use the throttle. If you're in a place where you're going to get away with it, buy this bike. It definitely puts a smile on your face. 100% it puts a smile on your face. If you're wanting to buy it because it looks cool, buy it. It looks cool. I'm not going to deny that. Obviously, if you've got a head as wrinkly as mine, looking cool ain't your #1 priority, because that ship has well and truly sailed. If you want a commuter that you don't have to put much work into, get it. If you want to be a hooligan, get it. If you want an e-bike for wild camping or, you know, using as a bike, don't buy it. That's not what this is for. This is a fun machine. It's a very, very cost-effective fun machine, and it looks badass. I have absolutely thoroughly enjoyed riding this bike, and no doubt that enjoyment's going to go up when I start cranking up the power. I'm still only on power assist 1. I will actually be sorry to see it go, but there's no way this could replace my ENGWE Engine Pro 2.0, which has got the same speed, is more comfortable to sit on, but is more usable. You're in control of it. It's more like a bike. Although it is an aggressive looking bike, Engine Pro that is, you're still less likely to get pulled by the law. In saying that, 3 police cars I went past today and no one stopped me. So I could be worrying about nothing. Good bike. We are now hitting the back roads, time for some fun. So we're going up an incline currently, 22 mile an hour. I'll put a little bit of leg power in. 25. 26. Going uphill again, don't forget. Still climbing. Probably about a 5-7 degree hill. 24. Still climbing. Throttle only, 22 mile an hour. As you can hear, I'm not puffing. Come to a steep hill. After that, it's downhill and flat. (22) 20, I can feel it in my legs. Change the gears. 29, 30. So we hit 30 mile an hour. It does move, but it's not scarily fast. The pickup on the throttle is gentle and consistent. We're on the flat now, and I'm doing a steady 26, 27. So battery wise, I started using full throttle on full power, and it's literally taken 2 miles to knock down another 1.5 bar of battery. make of that as you want. But as you can see here, 28 mile an hour, no need to pedal. This is what riding e-bikes should be and legal. Those cars have no doubt still got the hump behind me, but I think they'd have much more of a hump if I was doing 10. Another steep, long hill. Let's see how it copes with this. 750 watts should absolutely smash it. Right, so far so good. I'll let you know when I need to start pedalling. Well, you'll be able to see when I need to start pedalling. Down to 20 mile an hour. 19, I'm going to give it a little bit of help. Am I going to need to change out of 7th? Strictly speaking, yes, but I'm a stubborn git. That ain't bad at all. styIe Engine Pro, that's one of the quickest I've made it up the hill. Again, you can't see here, but I am climbing and accelerating. It's an absolute joy to ride in throttle mode. Sorry, I meant, goddamn, it's a joy to ride out here in the states of Mississippi. Right, and let's be trying a little bit of dirt tracking. Yeah, she shifts. That's a bit too fast for these sort of tracks, actually. Especially as there could be people or horses. Let's have a little look round the corner. Go, go, go. So, yeah, the off-road capability, she definitely handles well. Hill climbing will be a bit of a mare. There's no squirreling or anything. No, I'm happy with this. Really happy to get some over the grass. Absolutely fantastic. Throttle only for the win. Yes. I know that it's a bit weird that I'm stood in the exact same spot that I started off this video in, simply because when I started to do my intro, some woman decided to sit right next to me in a spot almost as big as this, so I couldn't film it. Final thoughts. For the price of this bike, you cannot go wrong. Fun factor, you cannot go wrong. Power delivery. Cadence sensor, yes it is, but it is enough to get you up almost any hill that I have found. It's 750 watts of motor. Comfort, it handles most things. I mean, it does get a bit clattery and rattly, and it's stiff, the rear suspension, when you are hitting bumps, but it does handle really well. It's much more like a little motorbike than it is a lightweight push bike, and it grips and moves and does everything. There's not a single time today where I thought, hang on, this could be going wrong. I love the look of it. The styling is brilliant. Battery's great idea. Yeah, I'll change out that rear suspension. That's not the best, but it does do something. All in all, it's a great bike. Seat's a little bit uncomfortable. It is just a shame that it's not legal to ride on the roads. You take your own chances with that. You know, I passed 3 coppers today, and yeah, I didn't get pulled. I wasn't driving like a nutter though. You could drive like a nutter on this. I'm sure you can crank it up faster than I did, but you know, I hit 30 mile an hour on throttle with a little bit of pedal. It cruises at 25. Perfect commuting speed for me, and you don't look like a mammal. So what we got then? The batteries. You have got 48 volt, 13 amp hour times 2, obviously. That ain't bad going. What's it, 50 odd Newton meters of torque, so it'll pull you up any bleeding hill. Yeah, it's a quality bit of kit, built really well, built for fun, and that is exactly what it is. The batteries do come off. I think they take 5 hours each to charge. It's an e-bike. A very fun, good looking e-bike. Even my good lady looked at it and went, oh, I like that. She was obviously talking about the bike, not me. Anyway, this seriously gets 2 thumbs up for me. ENGWE have smashed it, every single bike they've sent me. I'm trying to think of one of their bikes I didn't like. The L20 SE, no, I liked it, it just weren't powerful enough, but it's a 250 watt motor. ENGWE, you're smashing it out of the park. Hats off to you. Hats off to you. Would not change this for my Engine Pro though. Until next time, ta-ra!